Welcome to the second in our series of video guides to using the new BizEd. This episode is about our innovative company information service. Get to this new service by following the link to the Business Focus section. That's the fourth from the left in the main horizontal navigation bar. Next, you want to click on the Graham & Whiteside Major Companies Information link at the top of the list on the Business Focus main section page. That takes you to this page, where you can read more about this great new service. What we've done is team up with Graham & Whiteside, a leading provider of global business and professional information, to produce what's available here. It represents one of the best freely available sources of in-depth company information on the web. Let's see how it works. At the foot of the page is this box, offering you the chance to browse companies by stock exchange index. Which of these three indexes would you like to look at? Let's say it's the FTSE 100. You'll notice there's a long list of company names, as you'd expect given that the FTSE 100 comprises 100 firms. So which one would you like to look at? Let's imagine you'd like to know more about one of the big four UK supermarket retailers. Well, there's an entry for J Sainsbury, one for Tesco, and one for William Morrison. But hang on, that's only three. I thought there were four big supermarket groups. Where's Asda gone? The answer is, of course, that Asda is owned by Walmart Incorporated, which is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Good learning point here about business ownership. Okay, let's look at what we've got on J Sainsbury. Here's the summary at the top of the page. Each company information listing uses the same format regardless of the stock exchange index you're browsing. From this point you can see when the firm was established, its status and where its head office is, zooming in or out to identify the precise location. You can link out to the company's own website or go directly to the financial or personnel data we have listed. Scroll down the page to see information on the company's main activities, its recent mergers and acquisitions, main shareholders and trade names. If the firm has entered into any joint ventures, you'll find them listed here, together with its main subsidiaries. This can be quite a long list, although in this case there are just three: JS Information Services Limited, JS Insurance Limited, and of course Sainsbury's Supermarkets Limited. This is a useful learning point about the role of the parent company and its subsidiaries, each of which is a separate limited liability entity. Next we have personnel information. This can be revealing about the structure, history and culture of a business. Note in the case of J Sainsbury that there is a member of the Sainsbury family still on the board, despite it having no ownership control of the company. Another important feature is the information on the gender breakdown of the board of directors and senior management team. In this case there are 3 female directors and 4 women in executive management positions. You can calculate the percentages yourself. Next comes the financial info. You can see the last 8 years' data here, organized as sales turnover or revenue, and general financials, which includes profit before and after tax, dividend paid per share, earnings per share, share capital, and shareholders' equity. These data enable you to carry out some useful ratio analysis: gross and net profit margin, return on capital employed, earnings and dividend per share, and dividend cover. Other ratios can be calculated with a little research on the web. You can also make some general observations. Why, for instance, do you think Sainsbury's profitability fell away in 2005? There's little indication that this was due to a drop-off in sales, so what other reasons could there be? You probably want to make comparisons across industry sectors too, so you might want to analyze the same performance indicators in supermarket retailing in this case. Remember that this company information service also features the 40 organizations in the CAC Paris Exchange, including firms such as the Accor Hotels Group, Orange owner France Telecom, car makers Peugeot and Renault, as well as music, TV and film company Vivendi. The DAX 30 German stock exchange is also featured in this service, including such household names as BASF, BMW, E.ON and Volkswagen. So you can analyze company performance across a far wider area than just within the UK. So remember, if you want to find out who's on the board of a major company, source financial data on how a famous firm is performing, or compare firms across sectors of industry internationally, then try using Graham and Whiteside Major Companies Service from BizEd. It can help you keep your finger on the pulse of today's business world. Thanks for listening.